All right, everybody, welcome back to the Golden Tee Lounge for the fifth and final front nine new tee box, new pin position preview. We took a look at Teton, Dodge City, Lake Powell, Jamaica Bay. Now it is time for Oakwood Hills. Hole number one. This one gets a little bit tougher, a little bit longer. Tee boxes show up a little bit farther back. Those pins tucked in a little bit closer to the fringe. That every once in a while, chip that you could get up there for eagle going to be more difficult with some of these new tee boxes. One of the holes that you'll see some fun changes on is hole 2. So right now we're pretty much in the same vicinity of where the tee boxes were before. You're also going to see some tee boxes here, and then even some that are over here. In general, I don't expect this hole to get much harder. If anything, you're just going to see more of those pin positions that are going to be closer to the water, closer to that edge there. Still pretty easy eagle opportunity for you. Hole 3, I like this one a lot, at least this setup. Nice, short, simple. Goes down to 85 yards. You don't have to worry about that sand as much, especially on the front of the pin. Now you just got to worry about hitting it with too much backspin. Pretty much easier setup, guaranteed, though. Hole 5, same thing. You're going to have a lot of tee boxes over in this area. For now, looks like we're pretty much just going to be in some of the same spots, but just a tougher pin in the upper left area of the green. If you guys haven't done so already, go to goldentee.com/shop. Lots of new items on there. All of the 2020 course logos are now available. You can customize your own gear, so you can put multiple logos on there. You can put on the front, the back, the arm sleeves. You can get polos. You can do all kinds of stuff with your gear. We also have face masks and hats and bags. Dozens and dozens, if not more, of items you can customize. And we'll be adding some more of those old school course logos over the next couple of weeks. And there'll be a section on there where you can search through all those. Now, hole 6, this is a fun one because before, you used to be over here. You could do a nice big old C3, kick it up through the sand. What I like to do is to at least get it over the sand, past the water on this hill, and then try to putt for eagle. A little bit harder now with this tee box. You can just high tee. You want to blast an 8.5, 9.5 degree driver, whatever you might be set up for. The problem is, in certain sections, this gets easier. In other parts, it gets a little bit tougher because if you mishit the trackball, you're going to be, you're pretty much going to be screwed and end up landing in that water and then having a drop spot chip for birdie. If you miss that chip, you're putting in for par, or worse, you chip it right back into the water. So you got to be careful with that hole 6. It's not going to be as much of a quote-unquote gimme eagle as it might be in some setups. Hole 7, another hole that trends towards the shorter side here. Don't think anybody's going to have too many issues with that one. The big question is hole 8, the drivable par 5. What happens to it? Is it still drivable? So with this look, yes, it is going to still be drivable. It is going to be a hell of a lot harder. You got to be careful because now with these new pins, you're going to have pin positions that are more towards the middle, more towards the left. I know right now there's typically one or two that are here, and then the rest are in the back right here, which was nice because if you hit it too hard, you get on the hill, you have either a putt or an easier chip. Now, if you guys kind of look back here, this is all flat, rough past the cup. So it's going to be a bit more difficult. I am going to crush a 10.5 degree driver. Really, anywhere in that rough area where you see the tee box now, you've got a chance to populate a tee box. So you're going to have to take a few more seconds to think through this hole 8. Obviously, you still want to get that double eagle putt, but you got to be a bit more careful with the certain pin positions. Thankfully, hole 9, this par 4, this one, because it's a slight elevation change, if you notice here, you're kind of going up towards the green ever so slightly. But this new tee box makes it a little bit longer, and in my opinion, a little bit more easier to maintain, knowing that you have that longer shot. You're going to hit it. You can take that 3-wood, might even have a 5-wood in some instances, and you can just crush that with backspin. At least personally, with this one setup that we're taking a look at here, it's going to adjust the chances of hitting the sand past the green or, worst case, the water beforehand. This one, hole 10, I won't play it for you in this preview. I'll just give you a sneak peek. This one is going to be much, much longer, and I have a good feeling that you're going to be doing some C3 shots from this spot here around the rocks. Going to be a tough eagle opportunity, but next week, starting on Monday, we will show the back 9 of all the courses. Maybe next week we'll start with the back 9 of Oakwood Hills here. We'll show this the same setup so you guys can see it all the way through, and then we'll go backwards towards Grand Teton next Friday. Tentatively scheduled for Monday, June 8th for all modes of play, casual, closest to the pin, daily contest, events mode, etc. Quick note on Closest to the Pin, we are working on a few back-end changes that may or may not happen before Close to the Pin comes back live as more commercial locations open up. But stay tuned to Golden Tee's social media and GoldenTee.com as we reveal more of those details. And stay sharp, stay tuned to Golden Tee's social media, and have a good weekend.